Hello everybody, this is Havoc, and today I'm very excited to show off Old World by Mohawk Games. Old World is a 4X strategy game that is most closely compared to a mix between the Civilization games, where you'll be managing the year-to-year affairs of your kingdom, and Crusader Kings II, where your character is mortal, has characteristics, and your decisions matter, with the ultimate goal to pass down your kingdom through your own family. To give you some ideas on direction, lead designer Soren Johnson was the co-designer of Civilization 3 and lead designer of Civilization 4. So just a heads up, there will be a lot of Civilization influences in the footage you are about to see. This video will be an introduction to the small handful of concepts you'll need to understand and play the game. It is by no means a full breakdown, but it will give you a hopefully very solid idea on just what's going on with this early access game and to show you the unique twists that Old World has to offer. Let's dive in. Before you start a game, you will of course have to pick a faction. There are currently 7 factions, each led by a famous leader of that civilization. The faction leader will be your character initially until you die, at which point your heir will take over the empire. Each civ has a host of information critical to the success of that faction, from primary faction development to starting technology, unique units to 4 faction families. These faction families will be chosen on starting a new city. They each have their own developmental benefits, and since they are functioning families, there will be events tied to managing them and their happiness towards you. Before heading into your game though, head over to the advanced setup where you can fine-tune a lot of settings for your game. If there's one thing you want to modify, it's succession, who can rule your empire once you are dead. You can choose males only, males before females, females before males, or the standard, pretty much everyone gets a fair shot at the crown. Once you have everything in order, start your game and be on your way. Here we are on a playthrough as Persia, and you can immediately see the parallels to Civilization. You use workers to improve the tiles within your city borders. You build buildings and units in much the same way. Your city borders spread as you grow, and you're still affected by things such as technology and religion. Yet, do not think that this is just some reskinned version of Civilization. There are several pieces to this game that go far beyond it. The biggest shift away from Civilization is the order system. Based on a total of several stats, the order system gives you a limited number of moves you can make in your empire during a turn. This means that you may not be able to complete every single action you want to make before your turn is over. Having a limit on order will encourage you to focus on prioritizing your empire's needs or turning your focus on decisions and buildings and other factors that will increase the number of orders you are able to receive at the beginning of the turn. Resources are another mechanic that varies differently from Civilization, although it might ring similar to some other 4X strategy games. All of the resources at the top of the UI bar accrue every turn. You gain these resources primarily through tile improvements and trade, although events, decisions, ancient ruins, and technology can give you a boost in any of these resource areas. The twist is that the 4 resources past your gold, they're able to be traded on the market. If you're in a pinch financially during your campaign, you're able to dig into your resource collection and gain some extra gold. The last 4 resources are gathered in a more metaphorical way, but still just as relevant to your campaign, with mechanics such as technology, passing laws, and even upgrading units tied to those last resources. I have plans to build a more in-depth resource video for this game in the future, so stay tuned to the channel for that. Alongside the empire strategy of buildings, resources, and units, you have the character development side of things. All of your characters are mortal, and one day they will eventually die. But while alive, they are by no means sitting quietly. With over 1,000 events in the game, there are a lot of character interactions throughout their life that will shape not just their own self, but how other characters, other empires, even the faction families view a person. Legitimacy is one of the most important achievements in the character development part of this game. It's gained through building wonders, completing ambitions, and earning renown, which is then passed down to your heir, giving him or her a bit of a leg up when you die, allowing them to build on that idea of a dynasty. Your legacy and characteristics go beyond the personal level. Diplomacy and event decisions can be determined based on certain traits your characters have. Another faction's opinion of you or your faction as a result of these interactions can have long-lasting consequences or benefits, as opinion-based interactions usually come with a number of years it's effective. With that in mind, sometimes, for instance, it may be the better option to offend another faction's king who's about to die, rather than offend the prince who's soon to take over. Or maybe you'll be able to negotiate a crazy good trade deal on your deathbed that extends well into the life of your heir's reign. There's a solid depth to the character development system, and understanding the numbers game and thinking ahead in your empire building can help you control just how successful your characters are, ergo how successful your legacy will remain. Naturally, there are so many other mechanics and factors in this game, but this is, after all, just a very brief introduction. If you'd like to see more detailed information to give you a far better understanding of Old World, be sure to subscribe to the channel and let me know what you want to learn about in the comments section down below. Old World releases on the Epic Store with early access on May the 5th, so be on the lookout for a review on the game from this channel as well. Hope you enjoyed this rather short, brief video. Thanks for watching. This is Havoc, and I'll see you in the next one.